All right, Ben, can you hear us?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, we're going to roll straight into questions just to help maximize our time. So to kick us off, we're going to start with our first question with Tucker White. Go ahead, Tucker.
Ben, a big topic of conversation this past week at Texas with the IndyCar community was the use of PJ1 there. Graham Rahal himself said that the PJ1 was basically like walking on ice or something like that. And so compare that to your experience with PJ1 at Texas, however long they've been using it there. How does that differ from what they experienced this past weekend?
Yeah, I guess it all comes down to activation for them. For us, the truck series seems to get it activated. It's like ice, for the first several laps or when it's not hot and activated and, rolled in. But once we rubber it in, roll it in and get it activated, it's fine. And we see it become the primary groove. But yeah, I mean, they're right. It is like ice the first time you're on it. So if nobody ran it and nobody rolled it in because the risk isn't versus, doesn't, the risk is too much for the reward in IndyCar maybe, and nobody rolls it in, then yeah, I think it'd be ice the whole race. But I didn't get to watch the race, so I don't know if they ever did. But yeah, it's ice for sure to start out.
All right, thank you.
Okay, our next question will come from Marty. Go ahead, Marty.
Thanks, Amanda. Ben, thanks for the time. Hope you well. Sorry, allergies. I got two for you here. First off, just on the announcement of next gen, I know you're a truck driver, but in the future, you're a young guy possibly driving one of these Cup cars in the future. Just talk about how exciting of a day this is for NASCAR overall in general.
Well, I mean, the most overused word I think for the day is going to be excited because I mean, what else are we? I mean, right? Like this is huge. This is monumental for NASCAR. They're taking a step in the right direction, I think, with incorporating the manufacturers even further into the design and the build and making it more like a stock car for our roots. But I think the key though is they're trying to go back but still take a step forward. They're looking into the future at the technology that they're implementing, the new belly pan, the diffuser, trying to make it better for dirty air. I know they're working on getting camera packages in all the cars so that, it's easier for the fans to be more involved and they can have like a more in-depth view and kind of like be there riding along with their driver. So, yeah, I think they're making all the right decisions right here. I'm a big fan of manufacturers being involved in the series and having as much involvement as we can. I think that's what NASCAR is built on. So to see kind of a return to that and at the same time focusing on, lowering the cost and just containing a lot of the problems and the struggles that teams had, I think that's a great idea. So, yeah, I mean, I'm young. I don't know a lot, but to me, it seems like a good idea. We'll all find out together.
Second, looking into the weekend, you're the defending winner of the truck race at Darlington. Only big change is, we're running it at the nighttime. Last year in September, it was a day race. How much, from a driver's perspective, how much does the track change when it comes to a night race in a truck at Darlington? I know the track temp's going to be lower, which means the speeds go up, though. But how does the track change in just a unique track in Darlington?
I probably could tell you afterwards, but before I don't know. My crew chief is looking into a crystal ball right now. He's been staring at it all week. And, once he gets done with that crystal ball, I'll take a gander at it and see what I can see. But I don't know. I mean, when tracks get rubbered up, they get tighter. And when the suns go down, the track cools off and it gains grip. So we've got some sort of mixture there of elements to deal with. It's going to be very green to start. So I'm expecting it to be kind of, loose on top of the track, but high, like high speed. I think we're going to turn some pretty fast laps right off the bat, but it's going to be really treacherous to start. Once it gains grip, you'll see people kind of start to move around and, widen out and get a little racier. But at the same time, I think we're going to get tighter. And then maybe by the very end, it might loosen off again. I mean, that's me pulling off experience, but, I'll look in that crystal ball and let you know later.
All right. Thanks, Ben. Good luck this weekend, man.
Thanks.
Okay, our next question is going to come from Ashley McCubbin. Go ahead, Ashley.
Hey, Ben, thanks for your time today. We're racing on Mother's Day weekend, so I wanted to ask, what has been your mother's influence on your career and getting you to helping you get to this point?
Well, I mean, I think every driver has a similar story where their parents are the whole reason they're racing, right? Like racing at the base level, at the roots, are, it's such a family sport. We would load up and we'd go to the nearest racetrack, and that's what we did every weekend. Like, people always ask, what do you do with your free time? It's like, we race, like that's what we do. And we never went to a lake. We never, I never played football or baseball or I never played anything else. All I did was race. And I have my parents to thank for that. And my mom specifically she was like the team manager, basically. She was not only like the team chef feeding us all at the track, but she also changed motors. She changed gears. She managed our tires. She was the tire scraper on asphalt tracks. She was the tire cleaner and prepper at the dirt tracks that we went to. She really had a lot of hats. And, I was so young at the time. I'm trying to help where I can, and they taught me everything I knew. My dad was kind of the guy that was setting them up, and my mom was like, she was like the truck chief, really. She juggled a lot of hats. So, man, I for sure wouldn't be here without them. And, my mom, especially, for the way that she kept our family together and made sure we got to the racetracks.
And we've seen ThorSport really pick up their program this year, perhaps even stronger than where they were last year. What has been the difference with reuniting with Toyota, do you feel?
I think the big difference for us has been simply Toyota's engineering platform. Like, they've got so much engineering support, and they've got so much knowledge and data and information available to us that, it really makes it night and day, not only your strategy during the race, but when you're going to a place and you have no practice, what do you pull from? We can pull from notebooks, but you're not really looking forward to get better. So they've got a lot of stuff in the works to develop and get better, and we can pull from their simulator and all their engineering support. So we're not just pulling from the same stuff that we've been doing. We've got kind of one leg over here and then one leg over here trying to get better. So I think that's the big difference, is the fact that, they got this wealth of knowledge and they got this army of people, and together we're working towards the future, not just looking over our shoulder the whole time at what we did in the past.
Thanks for your time today.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Any final questions for Ben? All right, Ben, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it, and we wish you the best of luck this weekend and going for that triple truck challenge.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, thank you.